their neighborhood to bring them to the reasonable ways of dealing with the United States. Here in the open tweets, in the open publication of from the Trump profile, which he claims that he will not let anyone who will stand against the interest of the US. But a lot of the analysts are saying that it is against of the international law, as well as it is against of the sovereignty of Venezuela. So it's up to you how you will take it. But here the question of Jeffrey Epstein file, which I have already created a documentary, edited the documentary about it on my previous videos, and after the publication of the Jeffrey Epstein file, the Venezuelan attack happens. But before these two events happening, Trump claimed a few months before that he should be nominated for the name of Nobel Peace Prize for the Nobel Peace Prize, because he always acted as a reasonable peacemaking person in the conflicts among the nations to arise the peak peacemaking dialogues. So here are a lot of questions and a lot of people are confused about it, what is happening and what will happen. So here the relevant past events also happens, which we will talk about right now, because the relevant past events was in 2019 when the Maduro was elected for the first time as the president of the Venezuela. The US officials declared him as a dictator, that he didn't came into the presidential office with the election with pure democracy, but he was bring to the office by force. In 2019, the Maduro first election was declared by the US as null and void, because they claimed that he came as a force. He didn't came with pure democracy, with pure elections. In 2020, they claimed, the US official claimed that the Maduro is included in the drugs trafficking, as well as the US has launched the operation, which is named by Gideon, where the operation was failed and Maduro was not arrested. After that, in 2024, again in the election, the Maduro elected as a president, but the US officials claimed that he is again included in criminal conspiracies, as well as in drug trafficking. After all that period, in 2025, US imposed the sanctions on the Venezuela country, and as well as after imposing the sanctions, the US officials introduced a reward of $20 million for leading a person to help the US officials in the arresting of the Venezuelan President Maduro. So there are a lot of questions arises in their past events, but a lot of analysts are claiming that the US do not want to the Venezuela to use their own. But a lot of international analysts focuses on the oil reservation of Venezuela, because oil reservation Venezuela is very rich with oil, and Venezuela want contract with the worldwide countries for oil dealings, but the US do not want it, and there's a lot of kind of conspiracy theories, conspiracy analysts